Today I just wanted to come in and share a tool that my husband and I have found extremely helpful, especially in the real estate industry, but in any business, and to help your jobs be easier in the follow-up. So what do personalized gifts in a mailbox have to do with building your business? Well, it has everything to do with building your business, because the more you are in touch with your clients and your prospects, and the more you love on them and wow them, the more they're going to talk about you and send you referrals. So I asked all of you a little bit about you. So what about the two of us? So I'm born and raised in Syracuse, New York. I am a 27-year Air Force veteran, so I do know a little bit about the real estate. I've never been in real estate, but I know a little bit about real estate because I've bought and sold an awful lot of homes in my lifetime, moved a lot. So I love to play poker. It's actually how I met my husband. So I say I won him in a poker game. He says, I'm no fool. I lost on purpose. We actually met in the local bars here, the Free Poker League. So we do have 4 children. I have 2 son-in-laws. I have a daughter-in-law, and I have a gorgeous little grandson right here, and I have a grandbaby on the way in July. So we love to travel. We are authors. I do have a couple of books with me, but not many, of the best-selling book, Life's Real Currency. And we have been helping businesses, and we specifically have been helping real estate agents for about 6 years now. We've been certified trainers with Unified Title, and helping to teach and train down there. So we partnered with them, and I absolutely love. I have thought about several times in my lifetime being a real estate agent. So I enjoy it. I like people, so I think it's a natural fit, but this is what I've found to be our passion. So personalized gift is worth 1,000 emails. How many of you love to get email? Yeah, I didn't see one hand go up. No, none. So do yourself a favor. You can, I say get out of your customer's inbox, but really what I want to stress to you is, on top of being in their inbox, when you show up in their mailbox, especially with highly personalized, customized gifts for them or cards for them, they tend to take notice to your emails more. We have learned that multi-channel marketing is the way to go. It's not all about the mailbox and doing everything else. It's not all about email. It's not all about social media. It's about bringing all of those things together, because everybody has a different way of communication, and people like to be communicated with in a different way. If you've ever heard of BANK, blueprints, action, nurtures, and knowledge, and they all like to be talked to or communicated with in a different way. And when you do multi-channel, most likely you're going to find a way to communicate with them that talks to them. And who doesn't like going out to their mailbox and getting something in the mail?
Can you repeat that bank analogy again?
Sure. Bank is blueprint, action, nurturer, and knowledge. And if you'd like training on that, I am not a certified trainer, but I have several friends, and I would love to put them in connection with you, because it makes all the difference in the world when you're communicating with people, even in writing. So I have somebody, so I'd be glad to give that person to you if you'd like that. So why use the mailbox? Well, the very first thing is everyone has a mailbox, so that's an easy one. And everyone has a place in their house where they keep their mail. And I bet right now you're thinking about where your stack of mail is at your house. Mine's at the end of the counter right by what I call the recycle bin, the trash can. And, you know, up to 90% of direct mail gets open. Let me say that again.
Really?
Yes. 90% of direct mail gets opened or looked at. You'd be surprised. It's actually an underutilized tool that businesses are not taking advantage of. And that's compared to an 11%. If you're really good at email, I have some people that are good at writing in that and social media, and they're copywriters, and they get more of a 20-25% open rate. But even if I'm on the top end at 20-25% open rate versus 90%, do you want 25% or do you want 90%? I don't know about you, but I prefer the 90%. Cards, actually, that's overall. Cards in general and boxes have almost 100% open rate. So adding a name to a direct mail piece. So I left them over there. You can take a look at the samples that are on the counter. You can, with our company, you can put their name on the front of the postcard or on the front of the envelope if you choose to customize the envelope. And when you do that, you get 135% better response rate. Why? Because the sweetest word to anybody is their name. Think about that for a second. The sweetest word to anybody, people want to hear their name. So use it often. 39% of consumers try a business for the first time because of direct mail. That actually surprised me, that stat. And then I got thinking about it. How many of you have gone and bought a pizza or gone to Kohl's because you got a thing in the mail for 30% off? How many of you have actually used a piece of mail to go get a discount or that? Yeah. And I was like, 39%, wow, that's high. No, I've done it over and over again. I just don't think about it because we're not immune, but we're kind of closed off to it because we see it as junk mail. How many of you go to the mailbox and you stand at your recycle bin or your trash can and it's pitch, pitch, pitch? If the person's name is on the front, if your name was on the front of that, are you just going to immediately pitch, or are you going to look at it and say, they know my name. What do they want, or what can they offer me? You know, you start thinking those things. That's why it's a better response rate. And direct mail offers a 29% return on investment. That doesn't seem like very high, but let's talk about the stock market and your bank account and other things. How many things have a 29% return? There's some things out there that every once in a while you can get 100, 200% return, but they're usually pretty risky. But this offers a 29% return on investment. And actually, the real estate agents that we have using this system, I have some testimonies at the end, but I want to share one with you right now. I have a real estate agent that was very skeptical. That's the best way to describe it. He signed up and started using our marketing system, and 5 or 6 months went by. Now, can we all agree that nothing happens overnight? Except right now in the real estate market, like offers happen in minutes. But for the most part, nothing happens overnight. And he was getting discouraged after 5 or 6 months. And then he called me and he said, Brenda, I can't meet with you in 15 minutes because I've got to call a buyer, or actually a seller. He said, they have only gotten the pieces of mail that I've done through your company, and she wants to sell her $900,000 house. That's a no-brainer. If you can convert prospects into customers, or convert your customers into raving fans that are sending you referrals, especially in the real estate space, it's a no-brainer. It's pennies on the dollar for marketing. And that's what we want to teach you to do. So did you know that we all know this, people do business with those they know, like, and trust. But only if they remember you. I might know, like, and trust Deanna, But if I haven't seen her in months or a year, do I remember her name to give the referral? It's about staying top of mind with your circle of influence and your past clients. 85% of clients are lost because they feel unappreciated. They just feel like you don't care. They haven't heard from you. They think they were just a transaction. Are you in real estate to do transactions or build relationships? I'm here to tell you, if you build relationships versus just being transactional, you will end up being at the top of the top in real estate. Or the real estate agent you work for, if you help them accomplish that, will be at the top of their game and be in the top 10% in Colorado Springs. Most of the mail we receive, we've already talked about this, is not personal. It's stained at the trash can and it goes in the trash can. Are you doing, now I have somebody, there's lots of people who do boomerang, and boomerang is great. But what if I told you with our system, you could do the same thing for a little less, not much, it's about the same cost, slightly less, but now you can choose who you want to partner with in town. So if you are the real estate agent, who are your favorite restaurants? Who are your favorite businesses? Your HVAC, your chimney company, things like electrician, plumber. Do you want to promote them? Because by promoting them, it grows your network and your know, like, and trust with them, so you're going to get more business? Or would you rather have somebody else select who is getting, who your clients are getting, or circle of influence are getting their coupons from? By her doing this and building that relationship, now when somebody comes in, this is Jennifer Nelson, when somebody comes in to, this one is Sparkles and Lace, now the people at Sparkles and Lace say, oh, I know Jennifer. She's really cool. She's a great real estate agent. How do you know Jennifer? With Boomerang, everybody is getting these. So think about that. How can you do something very similar but stand out from everybody else? It just takes a small tweak in your marketing. Just a small difference will make a huge difference in your return. Top 3% of successful business owners send thank you cards. Joe Girard is in the Guinness Book of World Records. I don't have time to go over his story in detail, but basically Joe learned, he was struggling when he first got into selling cars. I know he's not a real estate agent, but it still applies. Bear with me. He got into selling cars and he wasn't doing very well. He went to a funeral. Asked the funeral director, how do you know how many prayer cards or funeral cards to print? And he said, well, that's easy. Everybody knows over years, I've learned, it's somewhere between 200 and 250 people. And Joe started thinking, well, if I treat that person really well, they're going to talk really well to 200 to 250 people. And if I treat them like crap, the word spreads a lot quicker, and a lot of people are going to talk negatively about me. So he chose to focus on building relationships, learning about people, sending thank you cards, sending birthday cards, and that type of thing. And he's in the Guinness Book of World Records, and that's how he did it. He sold more cars than a traditional dealership as a single auto salesperson. One at a time, not fleet sales. And as we said earlier, greeting cards and especially packages have just about 100% open rate. So how can we help? How can Mike and myself and our company, Life's Real Currency, and we've partnered with Mailbox Power, how can we help you to do a more effective job in your real estate business? Well, one, we can help you with lead gen. I'm not here to take the business away from the title companies. Unified can pull you a list. They're great at that. If you want control over that list and you want to be able to get it like that in seconds, well, within 30 minutes, we have a lead gen tool as part of our system for 10 to 20 cents a lead. Most of what real estate agents will do is 10 cents or less a lead. You can farm a neighborhood. The nice thing about ours, Title can do a lot of this, but they can't get as granular as we can. You can get down to credit score. You can get down to their income level. You can zoom in on a half a mile radius from a house. I'm going to show you that here in a minute. I did my own house. Then we're going to talk about how to convert those once you have a list, whether it's from Title or us. How do you convert those into prospects or into clients? Then we help with the client retention. So we not only want to help you get clients in the door, we want you to keep them for life. We want that every time they need to buy a new home, or their kids now have moved out of the house and they need a house, or they have grandkids, like my daughter has grandkids, they just upgraded their house. You want to be the name that they are always talking about. Because that leads to word of mouth marketing, which is referrals. It's the best type of marketing you can have. And then winning back past customers. Have you ever had an experience that didn't go so well? Now, if you never want them to be your client again, don't use this because it'll work. But have you ever had, and you're just like, oh, I screwed up, I dropped the ball, and the relationship kind of sizzled. It's not gone because they did business with you once, and you'd like to win them back. We can help with that. And then customer and employee appreciation. Some of you sit on this side, on the back end of the transaction, and the more you feel loved and appreciated in the transaction, or your real estate agent reaches out and gives you things or compliments you, it doesn't have to be a gift, the more you are likely to want to do more of what you've been doing and do a great job. And we can help you with that. And the best part, this is my favorite, save time and make more money. Who wants to save time and make more money? Nobody? I hope everybody in the room wants to do that. So lead gen. This I pulled up yesterday. I live at 7283 Quiet Pond, so we're over in here. And I wanted to give the scenario of, let's say you showed my house and you had multiple offers, or you showed my house, but there were multiple offers on it and you lost the deal. Like somebody else got the offer. Well, now you know your client wants to be in that neighborhood. You know about the size house they want. So I put in a home between 500 plus. I didn't put a top range. So 500,000, because mine's over 500,000. Length of residence in years, 5 years. So somebody in that neighborhood who's been there 5 or more years, I can move this circle once I put in my address. So I did that. I want a homeowner. I want somebody with a credit rating of over 700. Why? Because they're going to sell their house, because they still got to buy another house and they got to qualify. And I want somebody with income, because they got to qualify. And I want it to be a single family home. There's 256 potentially ideal clients that you could send out. There's some stuff over there. Buyer demand is high. We already have the postcards already set for you to do. You go by that list of 256, which is about $24. I forgot to change the number in there. 100 is $9.95. And then you market to them. Yes, you could go get this list from Title, but how long would you have to wait to get it? In 30 minutes, it's in the system in the right format. We already have the card in the system. You just add the list to the card and say send, and it's done for you. All of it. So that's what we can do to help you with lead conversion. Here's some of those. We have lots to choose from, but these are just some of them to choose from. And notice first name and spouse name on the front of all of those cards. Oh, yeah. I was like, where's the front of that one? It's at the top. Then, customer retention. We, Mike and I, and there are a few others, you'll hear a testimony in a minute, believe in reaching out monthly. But if you do the bare minimum, what we call the bare ass minimum, essential touches are a thank you, a birthday, a half birthday, and a holiday. That's 4 touches a year. So about once a quarter, you're reaching out and they're hearing from you so they don't forget. Because stats say, I don't know the exact stat, is that within about 6 months, 4 to 6 months of closing on their house, they can't name the real estate agent that they closed with. Now, I'm not saying that's the people in this room, but in general in the real estate industry, that is the stat. Because it's next. It's on to the next transaction instead of building it relational. Here is a testimony from somebody about St. Patty's Day cards.
Hi there, my name is Eileen Schwartz, and I'm a realtor out here in Surprise, Arizona, which is right outside of Phoenix. I've been a realtor for 24 years, and taking care of your clients and making sure that they know that you care is the most important thing you can do to keep your clients calling you back. I just sent out my St. Patrick's Day card, and I got a call from one of my past clients. They had bought their house from me back in 1997, and she called and she said, Eileen, we just got your St. Patrick's Day card. Always so nice to hear from you every month with these fun cards, and we are ready to sell our house, and we want to buy another one. So she said, I'd love for you to help us. I said, of course, I would be honored to help you. And then she said, and oh, by the way, my mom's going to need to sell her house as well. So one 50-cent card with our gold program is going to lend itself to 3 real estate transactions because I've kept in touch with my clients and they know I care about them. So this is a phenomenal program. Obviously, the best program that I've ever come across in the industry is just sending cards and gifts to your clients to let them know that you care, let them know that they matter, because you don't want them walking away because of indifference. So my clients know I care about them. My clients know I keep in touch with them, and I always will. So I hope you guys have a great day. Send a card every month to your past client. It works phenomenal. If you need any help, reach out to me or reach out to the person that sent you this video. Thanks and have a fantastic day. Be alive with passion.
So Eileen is a very good friend of ours, a coach of ours, coached her to do that. And she's like, what? You know, and he's like, please just trust me and do it. And after a couple of months, the St. Patty's Day card went out. She started at the beginning of the year, and she ended up having 3 transactions. For me, that says it all. That says it works. And I have testimony after testimony about how it works.
Hi there.
Whoops. So we also have an ultimate closing gift. So how many of you, you're a real estate agent, or you are the real estate agent, and you take a big basket to closing, and that's the gift you give? Everybody, yeah. Probably. That's the standard, is that you take a big gift to closing and you give it to them. Well, what if you took a small gift to closing, and then every 90 days for the next 2.5 years, they got a package in the mail from you? Which do you think would garner more referrals and more repeat business for you? Yeah. What if I told you this program right here, if you're sending in Colorado Springs with postage, is under $300 for all of that over a 2.5-year period? We are coming out with a higher end, and I can work with you to build a higher end until that comes out from the company. We do a lot of concierge and onboarding services separate from the company. So this is all my husband and I do. He just retired in November. I've been retired for a while. This is what I've been doing. I love helping people get the most out of the system and see their business increase. That my ultimate goal is to see you succeed. If you succeed, I'm happy. If you don't want to do the ultimate closing gift and all you want to do is send out something monthly, these are just 2. We have tons. There's recipe postcards over there that you can send out monthly because everybody loves recipes. There's home maintenance tips ones, but these are just inspirational quotes. And this is my husband's and my card month holiday program that we built. That you can participate in, but they're simple plug and play. You add your people into it, and then you click and forget for a year or 2 years or 5 years, however we set it up. This is a real estate agent that was just on a mastermind yesterday with us, and what he said was brilliant, so I wanted you to hear it.
To come up with a 5-year program, 21 touches, here it is. Because some folks don't want to do them. I know I talk to a lot of agents that are struggling, and follow up to them with a client is once a year. And I've asked them. I got an agent right in my own development that's very successful. She does $8 to $10 million, and I said, hey, how do you follow up with your clients? And she goes, oh, I give them a pecan pie every Thanksgiving. And I said, great. I says, by Monday morning, they don't know who you are. And I says, you're better off sending them a postcard once a month, with that. So the nice thing is I believe in flooding them. In fact, I even have some of my clients that I set up that are wealthier clients, and I know they have a higher end clientele. I set them up on 2 postcards a month. I set them up on a recipe postcard, and I send it to the wife, and I set up a home maintenance thing, and I send it to the husband. So they get 2 postcards a month. And, the guy called me, and he says, hey, I got a young couple moving into Fairfax. Can you help them find a house? And I said, yeah, sure. He goes, but their budget's only $800,000. You think you can find something for that? Yeah, I'll find something in that $800,000 range, no problem.
Well, that's Fairfax, Virginia, so keep that in mind. I lived in the Washington, D.C. area for a while I was in the military. It's really hard. So then win back. I'm not really going to talk about that today. If somebody's interested in learning more about the win back, if you stuck your foot in your mouth and you've just screwed up, but you want to rebuild that relationship, we can help you do that. It could be with a plumber, an electrician. It could be with any of your sphere of influence, the people you work with, your referral partners, that you're like, oh, I really screwed up on that one. I need to mend. We can help you mend those relationships. I don't know if any of you know Charity Finkel. Charity Finkel works for Synergy One. She was with Academy before that. She is a team lead. She sent out to her real estate agents at the holidays. She got an amazing response from it, and she ended up being on our top brownie sender list for our entire company because she knows about building relationships and she understands that. And then this is what she sent to her the agents, the LOAs, kids. Now think about that. If you reach out to your clients' kids and say happy birthday, you've just touched the parent's heart. So if you learn about when the kids' birthdays are, or you celebrate them at Halloween or something and send something to them versus your client, you're going to win every single day. Michelle Bees. I just wanted to point this out. Michelle Bees is in my BNI chapter. She is with a different real estate brokerage, but I was on the membership committee. We had over 30 applications for real estate. We all know how hard it is to get into a BNI or a referral-based networking group for real estate. She came to me and she said, Brenda, I want to send something. I just want to do something different. I want to stand out. What can I do? So her and I came up with this idea. Thanks for allowing me to pop into your chapter. Guess who ended up getting the position in our BNI chapter? Was it because of this? I don't know, but it sure made her stand out and come to the top of the list to be considered. That's what you want to do with your prospects and your clients. You just want to rise to the top of the list. You want to stay always at the top of the list with your mortgage person, with your plumber, the people you trust, your plumbers, your heaters, your HVAC, all of that type of your landscapers. Stay at the top of the list because you want the cream of the crop for your clients. I'm going to skip over Rusty's.
My name is Rusty.
Whoops. But I want to share this one with you.
I'm Tina Bellabo, and I'm here to share why I am so passionate about the Mailbox Power system. I have been using it for almost a year now, and I'm over the moon with how easy it is, how wonderfully it works, the results that I'm getting, and most importantly to me, how much my clients love it and how much it makes them feel cared about. I've been a real estate agent since 2005. I've sold over 1,200 homes. 95% of the business I've done in that time has always been focused on repeat referrals to people who I have relationships with through organic social media. So I have always been obsessed with making sure that I am keeping a relationship with a lot of people, as many people as I can, at the same time and staying on their radar, but being creative about it, having a strong brand, just looking impressive and really standing out from other realtors. And Mailbox Power has been my secret weapon of 2020 to accomplish that. So I adopted the system earlier this year and put it in place to take care of a lot of different things for me. It's replaced a lot of the things that I used to do manually and pay people by the hour to do by hand and drag around and go pick up this and take that there. So now I've automated my referral gifts, birthday gifts. I send brownies to everyone that refers me. Brownies to everyone who refers me as a birthday thank you. I also send birthday cards out to everybody that I have an address for. I do home anniversary gifts and cards, and I use it to send all kinds of loving things to people when they have babies and get married, and also when bad things happen. I have templates for lots of this and that. So anyway, I just can't speak highly enough about it. It's saved me so much time. It's been a wonderful system for me, and I've referred so many other people to feel the same way.
Oh, this is.
Now I'm gonna skip over Kelly. Kelly's a marketer at heart. Like Kelly Wheeler uses our list builder to farm neighborhoods, to prospect, to a phenomenal marketer. And he uses and recommends our system. This is just an example. This is a real estate agent. He sent 20 packages, little under $300, got 1.85 million in sales. FSBOs, if you or your agent likes to farm FSBOs, they sent out just 14 postcards. The total cost with postage was less than $9. This is up over 2.4 million, right? Actually, no, didn't he just say $4 million in closed business because of the postcards he's sending out? That's our information. That is our best-selling book. I do have a few copies with me if you're interested. That's how you can reach us. We do have business cards over there. I